It's Mike with Yem Pros, and I'm here to share an important topic to myself, and I wanted to share with you guys, the local people and also local restaurants and other business, that this would apply to, about Google search and Google Maps and how the Google My Business listing impacts the success of a local business, especially restaurants, of course, because they're in intent driven type searches where people want to go to a place. They're looking for a pizza place near me, or different types of food categories near them, or best pizza in a certain city. Someone might be a visitor. So I wanted to share this and clear up some of the interesting viewpoints that I've seen in the past, where some people would not trust Google Maps, or businesses don't know how to actually access the listing and keep it up to date, or they try to call Google, which is basically, you're not going to be able to call Google. You have to do it a certain way. And in most cases, there's certain situations where you can have someone call you. You can request a call, but that's a deeper topic, and it's only in certain situations and whatnot. But so I'm going to cover some of that and tell you about how important it is. I'd like to give you a little background on myself. My company is called Yem Pros, and we are basically an official city partner with Google's Let's Put Our Cities on the Map program. We've helped hundreds of businesses make the most of this Google listing, and basically clear it up for them, make it real easy to where their customers are going to find them. The customers can ask for directions and even tap the call right from Google Maps and find them. So I'm going to cover some of the important details and let the restaurants know, but also the local people know, that when you look for a listing on Google Maps, the goal is for it to be accurate. The only way to make it really truly accurate is for the business to claim the listing and to fill in all the information and basically monitor it and make the most of it, because it's one of the most important things online for a business, because Google dominates search. Google dominates the whole map system pretty much, and map search. So when we're looking for something, we're probably using Google the majority of the time. So hence the term, we're going to Google something, right? So basically when a business claims their listing, they're going to put in all this important information, such as their business hours. They can enter in special hours such as holidays. If they're closed on the 4th of July, they can enter holiday hours for that, so someone nearby doesn't have to call them on 4th of July. When they see it on Google Maps and Google Search, they see that they're closed, so they understand that they're not open that day, so they won't call and waste the customer's time trying to find out if they're open on the day, because they put the special hours in, right? And some of the other information, such as business phone number, of course, and website URL. There's also an option now, which is a huge benefit to menu type businesses, such as restaurants and businesses that have service types, such as spas and whatnot. They can actually add a menu URL, which is the link right to the menu on the website, so you don't have to worry about a third-party website charging you to update the menu. And basically, you're having to pay to keep the menu updated on the third-party website, and you're also losing the traffic. If you're sending them to your website menu, you're actually keeping them engaged with your content, and you actually have some control over it, and you also there's some deeper marketing values to that too. So you want to take advantage of that. Then some of the other information that a business can enter into the Google My Business dashboard, that's really important when people are searching, because people search for local businesses that can accommodate certain needs that they have. So if someone's looking for a local business that has takeout, if you go into your Google My Business dashboard and you choose some of the options and edit that you offer takeout, that you have outdoor seating and whatnot, there's a lot of details in there, and some of this information will be sourced by local people that will answer this when they actually look at your listing on Google Maps and input some of this for you, which is kind of basically like a survey of what people know about your business. But you can go in there and kind of enter this ahead of time, so it builds the depth, and you're getting more search value, search outcome potential, because you relate to what someone's looking for in your area when they're looking for it, right? So you want to make sure all the information is correct, right? And the details. As we move down, we're going to look at some of the other stuff real quick. I'm going to keep it as short as possible, but there's some new features such as messaging, which many businesses love when customers message them on Facebook, but Google has now added that feature of messaging to the Google search on mobile. So if someone's on a mobile phone, they find your listing and they see that you have messaging enabled, they can actually send you a message, ask you a question when they're interested in your service or category or product, and they can engage with you. So you can actually respond back to them, answer their questions, and start a relationship to hopefully get them as a customer, right? So that's a huge opportunity there. So I encourage you to try it, but you got to get in the dashboard and you have to enable it and assign basically a phone number to handle those messages, right? If you have questions about that further, I can help you. Just contact me after. Then photos, right? Many businesses I've helped, we've helped hundreds, right? A lot of them won't put photos up, and Google has to source some kind of imagery to, basically describe your business, right? So Google sometimes will find images from your website. Those might not fit quality-wise for the way it's presented on Google search inside of the galleries and Google Maps inside of the presentation there. It might be kind of pixelated because it's made to fit your website, but not in the presentation that Google has, right? So they'll have some basically photos, but they won't look as good as they could have looked if you would have put the photos up yourself and managed the listing, right? So you want your customers to find you and see good things about you, because remember, Google they're dominating search when someone's looking for something. So you want to make sure you look good. So the photos are hugely important. Adding a Google virtual tour, that's another aspect of photos, and having high quality engaging content on Google Maps and Google search, that's huge there. One of the website URLs, if you needed help managing the Google listing, you can assign users such as marketing companies such as YimPros, and we can assist you with managing the listing. Any changes, if you're not familiar with doing it as frequently, you might have questions, so we can help you with it. I'm going to go through a couple of the other huge details. I hope you stuck around to hear this part, because it's huge as far as the missed opportunities, right? Imagine this. Imagine a local restaurant basically has a website. They're kind of new. They have a website. They don't get the Google listing, Google Maps listing, Google My Business listing set up for 3 months or so, and they're missing this opportunity to build relevance and authority, build reviews, and build basically a presence while people are kind of questioning where's that place at and whatnot, and trying to find out how to get there, and different things like tap to call them and ask them a question, right? So this new restaurant doesn't have this listing for like 3 months, right? And that means that people will wonder where they're at. They hear the word of mouth and they see the Facebook page and they're trying to find out where they are. So they Google search them, then they tap on the website. That's good, right? That's one of the big ways of getting a new customer, get them to your website and kind of show them what you provide, right? But in the discovery phase, when people are looking for your business and they happen to find you, or in the direct search phase when they're typing in your actual business name because they saw it in an ad or something like that, they're going to be missing a huge opportunity on map search, which is, in many cases, I see map search is basically half, in a lot of cases, of your normal search values, right? So if you're having 8,000 views in search in a month, and then your map listings could possibly be around half, right? So let's say you don't have any map listing at all for 3 months, and your presence just doesn't grow on there. You're not growing the authority and relevance by reviews and putting pictures. Even customers add images to the listing. You're not building that presence. You're missing on the view count and the discovery phase there. And it gets even more interesting when you think about this. Local restaurants, how do you get to the restaurant? How do you call the restaurant, right? So you wanted to make it easy for the customer, right? So when you have a Google My Business listing and the information is correct, and people find you in local search through mobile phones, mobile devices, or they find you on Google Maps and they can tap to call you, actually tap the listing to call you. Those are basically people that are intending to use your type of service or buy your product or basically interested in your business, right? They can call you right from Maps. If you're just having the website alone, these tap the calls. This example here is 50 calls in a month, right? So 50 calls in a month. Without the Google My Business listing, these calls could have possibly not even have happened, right? Because they would have not found them in that I'm looking for pizza near me type phase, and they're on Google Maps and mobile search, and then they actually find the listing, right? So those calls could have just not existed. The business might not have, had that opportunity to get those new customers, right? Request for directions. They're not going to be able to request directions right from the website. They can look at the map there, right? But they're not discovering you that way as they would in local search through the Google My Business listing, right? This example here, 86 requests for directions in a month. So without that listing, you're missing the opportunity. So the huge thing about this is through my time helping as an official city partner, many businesses will hold off on making the listing. This is one of the first things you want to do when you have a new business. And if you have a business that's been around for a little while, you still want to double check this. Many times businesses won't know some of the changes that have happened with Google search and local search and the map presence. So you want to stay aware. So if you have any questions, I'm going to wrap it up real quick. Get this done so I can basically answer any questions you have. You can contact me on Messenger. I've helped tons of businesses just by them messaging me on Facebook, or you can put comments below and I'll help you out there, or you can email me at mike@yempros.com. I'll put that in the little bottom of this video real quick, and you can just reach out if you have any questions. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just contact me. Thanks.